gives me life when I look in her eyes each and every time that she smiles. And the look can be measured. Every day it gets better, kinda like the finest of wine. If you could hear her talk, you wanna listen more. Just in the way she walks, you know the queen is her. Sweetest disposition, that uniqueness. She gives sexy more meaning. Without even trying, she's breathing. And all I am is because of her. She is a queen of mine, perfectly designed. Without even trying, her lips are right and drive me crazy. She be building me up, then be loving me down.
You are on Brighton Soul, and my name is Linda Nzuzo. So happy to welcome you to another awesome episode. I'm not alone. I'm with my brothers hanging out from Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Pretoria. Fellas, you want to say what's up?
What's up?
I knew it was going to get silly and stupid. I've got Lindile, I've got Nkololi, and I've got Theo.
Yep.
I've been asked by them why I'm dressed like this, and I said, because I'm every woman. It's all in me.
Wow.
Does that suffice?
Suffices.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. So today's theme is entitled She Is, in lieu of Women's Month and Women's Day and International Women's Day as well. It's been provided for us courtesy of the most romantic of us all, Nkololi. You are.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he's come through, shaven, no haircut, hair all wavy. I approve. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Still Nomkhulu, not Nomkhulu.
We're going to go in a particular way as well. He wants us to present our women in song with the prelude, She Is. So, for example, I may play Brenda Fassie, for example. Weekend Special, and I might say, she is not afraid to get jiggy with it. It's going to be a really exciting one.
Over the weekend.
Have we decided who's going to go first, or does everything lie on me because it's Women's Month?
Well, it's Women's Month. I think you must go first then.
Okay, great. So with me, I would like for the round robin to host all of my songs in my set, and then I'll chirp in as about who is she, how is she, what is she, and everything else that revolves around she.
We don't have to make love, but it's alright with me. Contented perfectly to see you smile. There is nothing I want more than to hold you near, be in love's atmosphere. Together we two. I know that all things take time, but if the stars are aligned, we may find something divine tonight. And should we tear down the walls and hear nature's call, we might see that we are what we've both been waiting for. I wanna be someplace. I wanna be a real place. I wanna be a loving place. You fall. I wanna be someplace. I wanna be a cool place. I wanna be the only one you can call. Who I desire, you light my fire with every kiss. you take me higher? Feeling like your love and I just cannot resist. There's something that's making me hold on. There's no one I'd rather share my good loving with. But I promise not wait till I'm ready for this. One day we'll make love, passion unheard of. I'll be your woman if I have my way. We will see heaven, loving together. We won't stop ever if I have my way. If you're looking to find a love that will stand till the end of time, baby, relax your mind, love is here. Yeah. Do everything I swear. Take the pain and the hurt, you will know it's there. Once will be nothing, then everything. I will pull the star out of the sky for you. Yes, I would. To the edge of the earth, I'll go to see you. Yes, it's true. If you're anywhere and I'm not there, just think one thought of love and I'll be. Oh, baby. If you're looking to find a love that will stand till the end of time, I'm truly sorry, baby, for what I did to you while you were busy loving me. I was busy too. Oh, I played you dirty, boy. Did some things I shouldn't do. Well, you were only trying to treat me good. I was playing, damn. I can't even begin to explain. I'm sorry, baby. I can't even begin to explain.
That was an entertaining first set to intro the show with. Jill Scott is cheeky as heck.
She is cheeky.
I'm not going to go into Jill Scott, my contribution to this. No,
Okay.
I'm not going to go into Jill Scott. I'm going to keep quiet about Jill Scott. My contribution there was Bridget Bryant song played. But yeah, I'm trying so hard right now to forget about Jill Scott. Bridget Bryant released an album in 2011, and this album was entitled Soulmates Collection. In 2011, I had just arrived in Johannesburg around May, and I was looking for a place, a home, a hub to be able to collect music from, you know, because all the mainstream stores were just selling pop. And so someone took me to Pretoria, and this is where I met my husband, and he forced this CD onto me. And I listened to it the first time. I could not believe the feelings that I had brewing inside of me, that I went onto Facebook and I checked out Bridget Bryant. I sent her a friend request. She accepted immediately. And I went into her inbox and I just poured my heart out on how she made me feel from the first track right up until the very last. And she hit me right back. And today, she's my sister. Every time she gets onto my words, like, hey, little sis. And we have a real solid connection. So she is so nurturing. She's so loving. She's so humble. She's so vulnerable. She's so open, and she's so wanting to give without even receiving. You don't want to give, it's okay. She's there to just flow onto you and keep pouring and pouring and pouring whatever it is that you desire of her to pour. And she lets you know, though, that she lowers her bar to give you what you need does not in any way, shape, or form take away from her true essence, because she is Bridget Bryant, and she is every woman, honey. It is all in her.
Yo, man, what an amazing testimonial, man. Like the pressure you just put, man. I'm like, yo, dang. No, thank you for sharing such a stunning gem. Like, yeah, you just put me on. I think I must just go back and look it up as well and enjoy, what you have. But in terms of my own choice, so the lady I chose on this track, she's looking to love him on her own terms, and she is Chrisette Michelle with a track called If I Had My Way. She's an amazing artist who's got a beautiful library of music, who's worked with multiple artists ranging from your Jay-Z's to your Babyfaces, your music, writing with and for them as well, which is amazing. So this particular track it cracked a nod on Grammy Awards as well. Such a beautiful track. The lyrics, they speak for themselves, If she had a way, she won't stop never, So she's an eternally loving woman, and she's Chrisette Michelle.
Proper. So my contribution on this one was the Brandy, who I've been accused, which I have a thing for. Like, I did not know this until it was said to me, and I thought, yeah, maybe I do, because she's always been there, Brand, So Brandy on this one sort of like speaks to me about what I've gathered from my wife in particular. She is committed. She will put everything on it. She sort of like that old Anita Baker song, I'll put my wedding ring on it. Put everything on my English type of thing.
Giving you the best that I got.
She's all there, and she's thoroughly committed, and I think women generally, that's the feeling that I tend to get. Once they are all in, and they'll go to the extremes rather, to just show that that they are all there. So yeah, man, all committed. She's love. She's Brandy. Put that on everything.
Yeah, thanks, Luli.
Yeah, right.
My side, man, it's Jill Scott. The track is called Can't Explain. Look, Jill. No, man. No, Jill. She's. You can say she's cheeky, because she will tell you what she feels if she doesn't like it, and she's not scared also to be vulnerable. She'll tell you that, look, I can do this, I can do that, but I still need you. In this song, she's doing something. She's humbling herself. She's apologizing. She's being honest. That, look, I messed up, and I'm sorry, and which is something that you hardly find ladies doing, coming out and say, hey, I messed up, I did this, and I'm sorry. I think that's one of the things I just love about Jill Scott. I always say that if I were to given a chance to put together a woman, and say, okay, now she must have this eye, she must have this nose, and she must have this voice. Look, Jill Scott will be the voice for that woman, because what she says, for me, bro, she's just each and every song she just delivers there. You can feel. She will tell you that this is how I feel. This is now I'm down. This is now I'm up. Don't treat me bad. Yeah, man. That's what I love about Jill Scott. She's my favorite.
Let's talk about. Can we just spend 30 seconds and talk about the song that you've picked particularly? Because I was in stitches. The song is called Beautifully Human. When I received that album, I was in a different place completely.
Okay.
Today, listening to and it's a good thing that I've not heard that song in so many years. Bill Scott is apologizing in the song, granted, but I can tell you from a woman, she don't mean none of what she's saying. There's a part of the song where she's saying, just because you've had a nightmare, does it mean you stop dreaming? I hope you're okay. I hope you're loving. She's way past him.
Linda, I can explain it differently. That she's feeling for the guy that, look, I hurt you, you know? The fact that I hurt you, it doesn't mean that stop loving, you know? Doesn't mean that now hate women because this is what I did to you, you know?
But yeah, for sure, she's not saying hate women. She's definitely not saying hate women, but she's saying, in as far as you and I go, brother, this is true. She's saying to him, look, she didn't even have to apologize. She didn't have to fess up. She's fessing up because it's a previous catch thing. And she confesses it in the second verse as well, that someone did this to me. And so here I am doing it to you. Strong and desperate, I cried, wondering why, asking God why he would do this to me. And so today, I'm doing it to you. So I hope you're okay. I hope you're loving. She don't mean it. Let's get past Jill Scott. Shall we go into the second round movement?
Don't wanna be forward. It's kinda hard to resist. Ooh, I'm trying real hard to ignore this sudden urge to give you a kiss all over your body. Make love to your mind, even though you belong to someone else. Tonight I wanna make you mine. How can something so wrong? Ooh, so wrong. Feels so right, baby. Oh, I wish I knew. How can something so wrong? So wrong. Feels so right, baby.
Today you said some things to me that made it plain for me to see. And now I do believe that there's a chance for you and me. Elated I would be if it became reality. I'll put away my fear, 'cause only fate has brought us here. Whoa. When I just met you the other day, inspired by all the things you say. Yeah. I'm scared to take a chance. We are moving fast, and I don't know where we stand. I don't know where we stand. Oh, baby, baby. My love, I must confess, I don't know what to do.
Please tell me what is wrong.
I'm seeing someone else, but I really care for you.
Please tell me, girl, how long?
It's been a little while, and mama thinks I'm wrong.
Sure you're right, I know you're
Oh,
right.
yes, she does. She thinks that you're the one, that you and I belong. Ooh. So if you take me back, I promise to be true.
Will you?
I made up in my mind that all I want is you. All I want is you.
Yes, sir.
Baby, I've been cheating.
Do you mean it?
All I want is you. Don't know what I was thinking. I made up my mind. It's time to say goodbye to him and all the other men. 'Cause all I want is you. My love. Now here is something that I must reveal. Your gentle touch that makes my heart stand still. You send me so far outside myself. Baby, baby, daily, you leave me speechless. After all, there's nothing left to say, but I'm in love with you. Can you feel me now? I don't want nobody. I can't picture no one but you. I wanna spend my life with you. Can you hear me now? I don't want nobody. I can't picture no one but you. I wanna spend my life with you. Yeah.
What's your take, Linda?
That was 4 songs already? Are you sure? That wasn't 3, that was 4.
Yeah. That was
Too nice. It's too nice.
I guess I wanted it to go on and on and on and on. Alright, so let me talk about my contribution. Miss Lynn Fitment. Came across her around about 2010, but this album she dropped in 2006. It's entitled Flow. And you know, radio will always have its own picks on a particular album. That's why I always encourage people, like even with these EPs that are being dropped. At some point, remember about 2-3 years back, we had artists dropping 4-track albums. I'm like, what are we doing? Give me the full album. I always encourage people to go and get the entire album because there are always those nice hidden gems on the album, you know? For me, I always love side B on the CDs, you know? And so this was on the side B. It was, I think, the second last or the third last track. I stand to be corrected on this album. It's entitled Feel So Right. Lynn Fitment is generally a lovely woman, you know. Mama, she's got her family, but on this one, she goes to the left and she, you know, meets up with this guy who she feels is very drawn to, and she's not about to let that thing go. She proper pulls up to him on some, you know, let me gift you with some kisses all over your body. Naughty.
Oh, wow.
Nice. And she is not afraid to stand and claim her place as a woman. You know, she's not afraid to spread her limbs across continents. And I'm quoting Miss Jill Scott here again.
Oh, okay.
And it happens of all women, this I can assure you. A lot of women watching this episode will go, no, but she's not talking about me. Girl, you know I'm talking about you. It happens to all of us. We may not act on it, but trust me, even I see somebody and be like, hey now. We do want you to pull up to our bumper, but because of a lot of things, religion, culture, our tribes, our church denominations, our backgrounds, or societal norms and all of that nonsense, we then, you know, create these barriers around ourselves and we don't act on it. But honey, trust and believe. Pull up to my bumper now. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Emotions to the most, but hey. Anyways, but still, okay.
It's still Women's Day, bro. It's Women's Day. Yeah, in Bogoto, we're out here celebrating in Bogoto. Yeah. No, super dope jam, man. It's as if we're in sync because the lady I chose to follow you, she is keeping it 100. Yeah. She ain't got no time to waste, man. She's feeling the brother. She's like, yo, is it too soon to love you when I just met you the other day? But why do I believe it's perfect? So it's always nice when you can see the sisters coming through, like you were saying, breaking those societal barriers that tell us what we cannot do. 50-50. I wish I could drop Umandoza, but it's not that kind of theme. 50-50. So, no, sis, uyazigqumela. I mean, she's an amazing artist who feels like she's been around in all her lives of faith events. The track is called Where We Stand, but not only that, she actually sampled another favorite, Michael Franks. So the two things, when they mash up, they just become magic, man. So like I said, she is just keeping it 100.
My contribution on that one was the Kelly Price song, All I Want Is You. So again, I guess more to what you're talking about there, Linda, I was fortunate. I've been fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of women in my life, and female friends in particular. And one of the things that you get to pick up quite early on in those relationships is that, damn, these people are just like the dudes, the best of them and the worst of them. And on this song, Kelly Price is first verse. He talks to one guy and promises him the world. Okay, I've been doing wrong, but then you know what? I'm all about you. All I want is you. Then it goes on to the next guy, does the same thing. And these dudes are two different dudes, Like there's this sweet guy in Gerard Lefebvre's character on this song. And then there's this thug in Casey's character in this song, This one is gullible. This one is like, hey girl, I ain't gonna play no fool. So you can see the two different types of guys that this woman is dabbling on. Like she just wants to have the best of both worlds. And so typical of what would be said about the dudes. But then on this one, I feel like she needs love just like you do. And she will do exactly the same things that she would do. She's human after all. And that's Kelly Price on all I Want Is You. Yeah, and then Theo, what did you choose for us, man?
Sorry, before Theo, I just want to say hashtag Utatako.
Utatako, dude. I mean, there wouldn't be Utatako without such,
But also, to that, typically women are like that in the sense that I've got two guys. This guy, hey man, he's a bad boy. He's going to give me that street thugging. He's going to, but then the other one is going to put a ring on it. And we know how a lot of us women have been raised to, in order to become complete as a woman, you need to have a family, a man at home, and some kids. So on the one side, she wants to please her mother and her family, but on the other side, hey, this one scratches me just about right. So what do I do?
Hey, I'm bowing.
And I'm trying to think of the
Yo.
Yeah, guys. I had Konya Doss, one of my favorite ladies there. That's another name. Just tells it. In this song, I'm following up from Uliro there with that Faith Evans. In this song, she says, I want to spend my life with you. She's just so appreciative. She's just telling you, hey, I want to spend my life with you. Konya Doss. The album is called...
You are ring I can't do wrong.
Box Africans.
Guys, the album is called 7. Beautiful album.
Very stunning, mate. It's a great jam. Never heard that one before as well.
Yeah,
definitely listed it. It's incredible, man.
When they're schooling us, these guys, they're very brutal. Lee, I hear like these names in Gaza here now from
I know they at war, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah, they come in.
Terrorist.
Yeah, just to remind you guys, we're still doing it for women. It's a women's month.
Yeah.
You will take note all the tracks that we are playing. It's just ladies, it's women.
So we get into the final round robin of this episode now, and I'm kicking it off with, let me not even talk about it after, because it might not stop.
could build a nigga, like really build a nigga, he probably look a little bit better than you and be a couple inches bigger. If I could build a man, like really build a man, he'd be smart enough to read my mind when I'm hard to understand. I could wish you would change, but that won't shake the pain that's living in my heart. All these boys be the same. They act their shoe size, not their age. Glad you show me who you are. It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. No. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions on replay. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think you wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. 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 I like this. I played out our meeting again and again, telling myself how it was gonna end. It's been such a long time and I've got butterflies. You don't know all my thoughts, so much more than you are. Please understand that I know we both have our time. What happened, baby? I just didn't realize what you meant to me until now, and I'm still wondering. But I guess we'll never know when I can't get you out of my head, you out of my get you out of my system. I'm still wanting you, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. 20 long years have passed, and I'm still fighting, baby. Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Ah,
I'm beginning to not be okay. My center is shifting.
Oh.
I'm beginning to not be all right. So I contributed Miss Letty Young here from an album entitled Pieces. I Miss You Now. That's the track, the name of the track. So she's had this fight with her man, you know, and these fights normally brew out of nothing. The friggin' toilet seat, what the heck is wrong with you? Man, you know how the fights start out, and so they start so small and they blow up because one of us has a mouth, and like Miss Selena Johnson said, as a woman, my best defense is my mouth. And so, honey, we keeps it here, you know? We keeps it here so much that we'll even pick up the phone and call the friends. And that normally also blows things out of proportion irreparably sometimes. So, you know, we have the fights with you, but then we also realize soon enough that I was wrong here. Very seldom will the apology come out. We'll mostly do things to express the apology, but very seldom will we say, unless I truly like bad. She apologizes. She lets him know, look, I miss you right now. She sees that there's no point of escape. I've got to be vulnerable. I need to open up. I need to take out the pride, and I need to beg him back. And I mean, you know, I think it touches some vein or feeling or nerve in a man when a woman softly says, honey, come back to bed. Surely that needs to do something to a man, you know? And so she eloquently and perfectly places those words in the first verse of this beautiful song. But, you know, she lets us know that she's been pining after her man. She was upset, she was bewildered, and now she wants him back. And yeah, that's Miss Lettucey Young for you right there.
So the track I chose is a young lady who really fascinates me. She is out for blood in this track. So what really fascinates me about her, so let me just tap into a personal story of mine where I was having, let's call it a misunderstanding with the missus, yeah? And where I misunderstood her emotions at the time. And then the question to me was, what emotions do you see when you look at me? Do you not understand as a woman, I am complex, you know, I can feel joy, I can feel hurt, I can feel anger, I can feel everything towards you, you know, so don't paint me with the same brushstroke. And that conversation never left my mind. So I was equally impressed when I saw a young sister, Justin Sky, who's got one of those fairy tale stories of being discovered where her mom was a lawyer working with BMI. She roped her in and she sang in front of the executive and blew these guys away, and thus her career began, that kind of thing. So she kind of had a stepping stone, but she is out for blood. I mean, listen to these lyrics. Here she says, if I could build a nigger, like really build a nigger, he'll probably look a little bit better than you and a couple inches bigger. You know what I'm saying? And then there's another line where she says, all these boys be the same. They act, they shoe size, not their age. And I love that lyric so much, you know, because it's having a dig at how fellas can be immature relative to women, you know, because I mean, it's a given thing. I think women handle their emotions way much better than men, contrary to popular belief, because your emotions are very nuanced. So I am celebrating you today by choosing a track that says, listen, it's okay to not be okay, you know, because we know, even me, as I'm sitting here, if Umetem could build a nigga, he probably would look a little bit better than me, you know, a couple of inches bigger. You gotta let them have it, dog. So ladies,
in the adult range.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the track I chose, yeah. But I'm loving that she's out for blood.
Yeah. So my contribution to the which song did I contribute to this one?
Snow
Allegra, man. Snow Allegra, man. A solid sister. This one, I enjoy everything about it. You know, for me, she reminds me, or in fact, she makes me think of what I thought Alicia would be doing, sort of like right now, because she kind of brings that Alicia vibe without the piano thing, you know, going on. Some people have said Alicia is rather too weird nowadays. I'm not saying that. That's not the opinion of. I'm just saying, you know. But to me, she sounds like what I remember Alicia to sound like. And on this one, she's talking about something that is relatively a strange concept, but then something that I really do understand, maybe from a different angle than some. Here it's like, I want you around, and there's a line where she says, I don't want to kiss you, I just want to feel you. Yeah,
Feel you. Yeah.
And with the friendships that we experience, even from a friendship level, sometimes it's cool to have you guys around and we're not even really conversating that day, but just know, hey, my dude is right here, and we're playing music and we're really not talking, and there's nothing to discuss, it's just hey, my person, my people are around just right there. And it's that deeper level of communication, and I want to say she's in tune, she does not communicate in the norms of communicates at another level that she does not even have to say a word, and she does not even want you to say a word sometimes. That's it. Yeah, that's my contribution on that one.
Can I add my 2 cents worth just on her audacity to look like Sade?
Dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, she does.
That's all.
Literally 2 cents.
Cool, man. Dia, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. I played Every Sunshine. I think she gave herself that name because she just brings out the sunshine. She's just like, when she sings, and she's just this happy person. Miss White. I think also when I was listening to the song, I'm listening to the song that Linda played. I was thinking, as Nega, we have our own show. We just play our own songs. We just play our own love songs. Just the song. A song she's saying she's pining, I understand that it's been so many years, we had our thing going on, whatever, Sapuma song, and we've got our own ties, indlela endifila ngayo, endikhumbula ngayo ngaphakathi immensely, so much, and I'm also scared, just nervous, but I'm what's gonna happen. Ingathi uzandijonga and see what's in my mind, yeah, man, and the way she sings it, you really feel that depth, the way she was khumbulling this guy, Yeah, man. Every Sunshine.
I definitely feel that song particularly for you. What I want to say about your selection of the song is that you and also pairing it up with the track that I had played from Legacy, you have opened me up to how consistent Avery Sunshine is in her story, not necessarily the storytelling, but in her personal story. From the debut album up until the very last album that she has released, it's almost like she unpacks every story that she tells per album. And so the vocal prowessness grows in that respect as well. My favorite version of the song that you've selected is when every time she sings the song live, like it's a brand new face, especially when she gets to the bridge and she almost wants to tear her clothes off and go, man, I'm upset, I'm bewildered. That's the story that you've just, depicted, Sako and your wife, Lero, that how do you not see that? How? Emotions, but why are you not tapping in, connecting to me so that we can flow easily here? From Ugly Part of Me, it was the same story as well. So she starts off speaking very beautifully about, this is where I'm at, this is what you done did, this is how I'm interpreting, and this is how it's making me feel. Therefore, what can we do to resolve it and to make it end right now? Then you don't respond. Then she comes through and she'll bite your head off. And she'll bite your head off in several different ways, several different versions.
So I guess this somewhat rounds up this episode. And in that, I'd like to say that I fully and thoroughly appreciate you guys for being the men that you are. We've got very many hashtags that trash man out. We've had what was it? Hashtag men, all men are trash.
That's
Mine has
2017, I will never
always
forget that. Oh my God.
Hashtag some men are trash. I cannot be in denial and say that I don't know a few that are. However, hashtag some are. Because the majority of you that I personally know, and I can only speak from my own experience, not all of you are. It's not possible. You three particularly have been so consistent in me because I've known you guys since I was a girl. I think the first person I actually knew in the group was Lindy, and I didn't like him. But he never
fine.
held the gun.
It's allowed.
It's fine.
Life went
Not like
on.
him. And he was so pretty. You know when they say in the movies, motherfucker, he was so pretty. And I mean, look at how our relationship has beautifully become this many years later, consistently so. And it has just flourished like a beautiful flower. I'll say the exact same thing about you, Luli, because I used to just bump into you.
You
the
didn't like
shy
me,
guy.
Oh, what?
I did like him. But I mean, I used to just bump into you, this shy guy from Amadala and New Brides, and your high was very, very low and very, very quiet. And slowly you started opening up, and you opened up to me and go, Bilal. I'll never forget that. And you've been so consistent in that, you know, you've never, I don't know, you know, because we know a lot of people as well. You may have heard a few things about me. You may have seen some things about me that, you know, may have displeased you, but you've always been consistently beautiful and wonderful towards me. Theo and I have a serious love-hate relationship, but in no way, shape, or form, and at no given time has he ever made me feel like I want to end our friendship for whatever way that he may tease me, or shame he's never even insulted me. It's just, you know, he would tease, but he knows where to draw the line, you know? So I appreciate you guys for being the men that you are, for being the husbands that you are to your wives, and for being the beautiful dads that you are to your children. I would never be afraid to leave my kids with you as well. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but I'd just never be afraid to do it if it came to that. I appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to the day that we reach thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers so that they can get a piece of you that I am also, you know, so blessed to be able to have from you. Thank you, fellas, so much. I'll forever treasure this episode, and I cannot wait to record more of these year on year on year on year going forward.
Yo, Linda, and those were such beautiful, beautiful words, you know, truly humbling. And you also have no idea what it means. You know, I usually refer to you, you're the rose and we're the thorns, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you bring your own different vibe. And Women's Month, as much as I feel flattered, but I think you must get your flowers as well, you know, and understand how appreciated you are, including our fans, you know, the ladies on a weekly basis. We truly appreciate you, which is why we went out of our way to make sure that your story will be told, whether it relays your ugly, beautiful side or you taking what's yours, you know, coming out for blood, man, whatever it is. I just want to say I'm truly humbled, Linda, man. I personally greatly appreciate you. Even when this concept came about, you were the first person I hollered at, because I know this music relationship we have goes beyond, you know, the four of us here in this room. This is the kind of thing that touches souls, you know, all the world around, because I think we picked the most beautiful music on earth to actually be able to talk about and share with the world. Yes, of course, I'm going to be biased, but I just want to wish all the women in the world, in South Africa, and in particular the ones who make sure that they tune in every Wednesday and they holler at us. Have yourselves a happy Women's Month, and Nizimbokodo, and we're always going to be here for you all. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. I'll hit you back in November, because November is Men's Month, and I never forget Men's Month, because men raised me to be the beautiful flower that I am today. So I'll hit you back in November. And
Didn't even know we had a month. This is
Dude,
news
like I'm
to
like,
me.
what the hell?
This is
great.
news.
No, definitely November will hit you back. Okay, we'll hit you back in November. So in this way we conclude this episode. Please stay tuned for the next one, and please tell all your friends, your family, as well as your enemies, especially your enemies, to tune in to us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and wait out for the playlist, which will be available in exactly 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I weaving it like an extension. She wanna show me. Said all she needs is access. I gave her every key, even backstage passes. I cannot lie. Why would I try?